welcome back. So we're going to work on this Spotify keychain. I made this for my aunt's partner that is still remaining after my aunt passed last year in January. I got this mold like, I don't know, 2 years ago, I think. And I got it at the time because there was this thing about printing off the Spotify code, and I never actually made it. I never actually made one. So, well, I take that back. I made one, but it just didn't turn out the way that I thought it would. So I was making some Christmas presents and kind of personalizing different things. And this particular blue mix I made because my aunt, one of her favorite colors was blue. And so I kind of made it this real deep, kind of royal blue color. And I just poured, because I was making those tops to my, glitter lids or whatever. So I just poured the epoxy into the mold, and then I just poured the glitter on top and then just kind of mixed it around, and it worked out perfectly fine. It's not my favorite thing to do because I feel like the glitter sometimes floats up to the top a little bit more when you haven't mixed it fully into the epoxy, but I don't know that it makes that big of a difference. So the mold allows for you to have a little bit of these divots, right? So they have the play bar and the play button and the back and forward, fast and forward and rewind kind of button. The play button is backwards, and I'm sure it's because you're supposed to put this like a clear, I guess a clear resin, and then flip it over or something. But I really wanted to utilize this, and so I thought I could get away with just having it go the opposite way, but I don't know. You let me know. But anyways, it was just for a gift, and so I thought it was a pretty personal type of gift, and I'll explain why in a minute. But anyways, I took one of these paint pens, whatever you want to call them, and it was silver, and I used it to fill in those little crevices that had each and every little button, I guess you would call it, or I don't know what you would call it, but anyways, you get what I'm saying. So I just used that paint pen. So you could use whatever color, or gold, silver, whatever. The only thing that I would suggest is that you kind of paint it on and then let it dry a little bit, and then go back and paint it a little bit more, or really kind of fill the crevice up with a little bit of that paint, because I was having an issue with it kind of coming up, or the paint pen was actually kind of erasing some of the paint as I was, marking it down. So this is me kind of filling in a little bit where I had a little bit of holes, and it wasn't complete. So I measured the little space that I had there with the heart, and I was trying to make the appropriate kind of shape, size for this, area here. And I used my metallic printer paper that I've been using, and I just love it. I just kind of made it to where the square would fit right into that little bit of area. I didn't make it go over the heart area or anything like that. So, but anyways, so this little Spotify thing, you can print off, you can get it on off of Spotify. You just look up on Spotify.com or whatever, just look it up. And then you just see that it has the code, and you just download the code, and then you can put it into the program in which you're going to print it, Cricut, actual printer, whatever, Word, whatever you're going to be using it on. And that's what I did. I just put it into Cricut, sized it up, put the photo on top of it, and then, attached it, and then printed it off that way inside of Cricut Design Space doing a print and cut. And then I just covered it with a coat of UV resin. Now, this UV resin is from Resin Rockers. It's one of the best that I've used. I just recently got some counterculture, so I will definitely let you know how that works in relation to this Resin Rockers, because I really do love the clarity and the hard and the thickness, the hard, as hard as it cures. So I did this for several minutes. I put it under for a minute, then I clicked the button, and then I put it in for another minute. I did run a little bit of fire over it, just a little, one of those fire wands that you use to light, grills or whatever. Anyways, I just kind of snagged one of those and put it in my craft room. So I've been using that to pop any bubbles and, make sure. And I did kind of bang it on the table a little bit just to kind of flatten it out. Now, all of this bead situation here, I have done this multiple times, and I didn't want to waste a lot of time in this video going over this when you could do this in different ways. I'll also link some videos right here that will allow you to go back and watch some other videos where I went into much detail about the beads, or attaching the beads, if you will. Anyway, so I downloaded the Spotify app. If you don't have it, I currently did not have it, but anyways, I just allowed whatever, logged in, did all of that. And then you go into search and you hit the search and you do the camera button. And as soon as you hit that camera button and it's right there on that thing, it will come up and show that song that you have there. So this song is Toes and Toes by Zac Brown Band, and that was my aunt's ringtone when you called her. So Aunt Audrey, we miss you, and I really hope that in heaven you have your toes in the water and your butt in the sand. And we miss you every day.